Hey, welcome to Take 10 with Glenn, your daily dose of wisdom in just 10 minutes. You know, life is full of decisions, challenges, and opportunities, but God's wisdom gives us the clarity to navigate it all. Each episode will dive into a powerful proverb and uncover how it applies to our life today. So take a moment, lean in, let's grow together in wisdom. Okay, let's get started. Hi, thanks for joining me with Take 10 with Glenn. And today we are in Proverbs 14, and I will read through the proverb. There was a particular verse that kind of was highlighted to me, and I'll talk about that a little bit. I'm also going to talk about the 7 mountains of influence, and I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's something that's not heavy on my heart, but I really feel like God designed the church to be able to reach every part of society, and that's what our desire should be. And we should not really see things as like secular or sacred. The church mountain is important, but so are the other mountains of business, entertainment, the arts, government, etc., education. And so when we read through Proverbs, think about the mountain of influence that you can have in the area that you can shine your light in. So, okay, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1 in the NIV. It says this: "The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down. Whoever fears the Lord walks uprightly, but those who despise him are devious in all their ways. A fool's mouth lashes out with pride, but the lips of the wise protect them. Where there is no ox, the manger is empty, but from the strength of an ox come abundant harvests." Verse 5 says, "An honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pours out lies. The mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. The wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of fools is deception. Fools mock at making amends for sin, but goodwill is found among the upright. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death." That's verse 12. 13 says, "Even in laughter the heart may ache, and rejoicing may end in grief. The faithless will be fully repaid for their ways, and the good rewarded for theirs." Verse 15, "The simple believe anything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. The wise fear the Lord and shun evil, but a fool is hot-headed and yet feels secure." Verse 17, "A quick-tempered person does foolish things, and the one who devises evil schemes is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Evildoers will bow down in the presence of the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor are shunned even by their neighbors, but the rich have many friends. It is a sin to despise one's neighbor, but blessed is the one who is kind to the needy. Do not those who plot evil go astray, but those who plan what is good find love and faithfulness. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. The wealth of the wise is their crown, but the folly of fools yields folly. A truthful witness saves lives, but a false witness is deceitful. Whoever fears the Lord has a secure fortress, and for their children it'll be a refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. A large population is a king's glory, but without subjects a prince is ruined. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Verse 31. Whoever oppresses the poor shows contempt for their Maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. And when calamity comes, the wicked are brought down, but even in death the righteous seek refuge in God. Verse 33, wisdom reposes in the heart of the discerning, and even among fools she lets herself be known. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin condemns any people. A king delights in a wise servant, but a shameful servant arouses his fury. All right, what jumped out at you? I look through here once again. There's a lot of contrast between those who are righteous and those who are foolish. Can you think of a personal situation where this can be applied to your life? I was looking through here, and I think I'll land on verse 30, where it says, a heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Are you in a situation, or do you know somebody who is constantly envious and saying that this person doesn't deserve this, or I wish I had that, and it really does rot the bones. But a heart at peace gives life to the body. Example may be a friend who hears about another's promotion at work and might be tempted to be envious of that person, but instead they choose the way of peace and rejoice with their friend, trusting that God's timing and plan for their own life is perfect. I know I have to remind myself of that a lot. I believe it's in Romans 12, or it says, rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. And really, what is that telling us? It's telling us that we need to get our minds off our own situation and think only of ourselves, and we can decide to put ourselves in that other person's shoes. And if they're going through a hard time, we can be empathetic with them, mourn with those who mourn, or if something great happens, our first reaction should be and can be rejoicing with them. I know that's hard sometimes when we're going through a hard time and somebody gets a blessing and we're like, I want a blessing. How come I didn't get that blessing? Or do some comparison, do some, just woe is me, self-pity. We don't want to get into self-pity because that definitely gives room for the enemy to start messing with our minds and start whispering into our ears. And so we want to be at peace at all times. And so Proverbs 30 says, a heart at peace gives life to the body. Gives life to the body. So that also tells me that, how we feel about things are directly associated with how our body responds. Yes, we may be spirit, soul, and body, but together they all affect each other. And we have to make sure that we are in peace and in alignment with the Lord, because it affects our health. And we want to be healthy and live a long life. And that's what God's design is for us. And so we can take this to heart no matter what situation you're in. Maybe it's your life situation, maybe it's at work, maybe you're in the arts and entertainment field and you keep getting denied a part, or you're trying to express yourself and maybe you've run into some roadblocks or something along the way. Just don't be envious. It'll rot your bones. But trust the Lord, lay it before him, and trust that he is bringing about his purposes in your life. Media situation. I was thinking about this one too. If as far as being envious, don't focus on the competition, but focus on the Lord, and always decide that you're working for him, not for anybody else, and do everything with excellence, and God will in due time lift you up, and he said he will take care of you. So all right, that's our 10 minutes for today. Hope you got something out of that. If so, if somebody else that you know needs this, share it with them. Otherwise, I will see you in the next proverb. Blessings to you. Well, that's it for today's Take 10. Remember, wisdom isn't just about knowing it. It's about living it out. So if today's proverb spoke to you, drop it in the comments. Share this with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe for more daily wisdom. Until the next time, keep walking in truth and manifesting God's kingdom.